how much would a flagship phone F up actually affect people? Do you remember the Samsung Galaxy Note 7? Do you remember that one? I could say it's been burned into my memory. No? There's no way you don't remember this. There's no way. The Samsung Galaxy Note 7 is a recalled and discontinued Android-based phablet developed, produced, marketed by Samsung. Unveiled on August 2nd, 2016. It was officially launched on August 19th. And as you can see, they go here. Samsung suspended sales of the Note 7 and announced an informal recall on the 2nd of September 2016, following the discovery of a manufacturing defect in the phone's batteries, which caused some units to generate excessive heat and combust, which is a fancy way of saying they would burst into flames and they would burn so hot. There was even a story of one of these phones being in someone's pocket on an airplane when it set off, and then it burned through the floor of the plane. They found it in the cargo hold. It was crazy, dude. There's videos of these popping off like that. It's a little insane. Yeah, you can see all these warnings posted everywhere. So I had one of these phones. I loved it dearly. It was my favorite phone like ever at the time. You know, it was my first big shift away from my like budget phone. So it was my first like big premium phone that I saved up for. I was working at Best Buy and saved up for it. Actually, was I at Best Buy during this time? It was close. Either I was about to start at Best Buy or I hadn't yet. But either way. Yeah, they did this full recall. And I remember when I had to go in because it was a mandatory recall, they bricked the phones remotely. Even if you wanted to keep it, you couldn't. They bricked it remotely so it wouldn't power, wouldn't do anything. So you had to bring it back into, in my case, Best Buy or Verizon. And they took the phone, and I still remember like they had these metal like bags. I'd never seen anything like it, but like imagine a bag. It looks like the bag was made from steel wool, though I'm sure it was made of something much tougher than steel wool that, you know, burns. But they put the phone in that bag and like had to seal it, and then they locked it in a cage within this bigger metal box. It was like they were acting as though it was a freaking bomb, because it was, you know. It was insane. Because I even asked him, I was like, can I sign a waiver and keep it? Which in hindsight was really dumb of me. But I was like, it's not going to explode. It's not going to happen to me. Oh, like a Faraday bag? Probably, honestly. It probably was something like that. So you couldn't remotely power it on, and probably something like that. But it was an awesome phone. But this was Samsung's big flagship phone for that year. And they literally exploded. So just when you think there's no way Apple or somebody could have a disaster, like a disastrous phone launch that could really affect the company, it's happened before. The fact that Samsung was able to dig themselves out of it is pretty remarkable. But you also notice the Note series no longer exists. The S25 and S24 Ultra, I use an S24 Ultra. This is the spiritual successor to the Note series. It still has the stylus and everything, but as you can see, it still has the stylus and all that. But yeah, it basically, over the next few years, they just decided to dump the Note branding because they're like, it's just, people keep being like, what phone do you have? The Note? Oh yeah, it looks really cool. Is that the one that explodes? And they just like, you know what? Let's just not bother, you know? What if the Vision Pros start exploding? Then the 7 people that own them will be in danger, I'm sure. That's another insane one. That was everywhere for like a solid week and a half, and then everyone stopped talking about it. Because I think most people returned them, like, for real.